Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone watching the game today. It's time for some more Scarlet Lion Scrims. It's September 18th. Today they are moving away from in-house and going back to facing regular teams. We've already had 2 maps go by, but unfortunately I was not there for it. So we'll be jumping straight into Hollywood, the classic hybrid map, which opens up a lot of opportunity for imaginative compositions as far as teams go. And we know that the Scarlet Lions have multiple different strategies they like to use. We are seeing a Fairy Mercy coming out very early here from the opponent. Obviously one of the harder comps to play against, especially in today's comp. We got Bean on the DPS and Spartan on DPS today. Zowie and Luminous on support. And of course, Barry and Annie on the tanks. We're going to see the double shield Orisa Sigma here from Barry and Annie. As for the tanks on the side of the opponents, we have a Sigma Zarya. A unique one that you don't see very much, and we'll see how it works out against this comp.
4, 3, 2, 1. 攻撃チーム接近。
Let the games begin. Of course, getting past this first choke is one of the biggest things that you can do. That's what the attacking side aim to achieve here. Shields go down. They have already pushed their way outside of the choke point here on the arch. See the Pharah diving up above, taking high ground here. Bean's going to try and sneak up here and get maybe a sneaky punch there. Decides not. And head back to the rest of his team. Diving in there onto the Sigma, putting a lot of damage in. Able to get away, get that mini health pack. The attacking team pushing on very strong here. Zarya putting the bubble onto Sigma and then herself. They're holding strong here. No picks yet. We see Pharah in the back of the point, sitting on that very, very high ground right there. Manages to check out Annie, but the res does come out with Bean taking out Mercy. Bean manages to take out Pharah as well, so just like that, the combo with the Mercy and Pharah is done for. Now it's just Sigma fighting for his life on the point. He goes down from Barry, and they're able to fight another day. Unfortunate kill there from Raiden onto Bean. Annie going down to very low health, but Zowie is there to keep things under control. Here comes Chalky Milk diving in. The Nano goes onto the Doomfist. But unfortunately, Doomfist probably wasn't really ready for that. Huge rock there from Annie to take him out before he can get any damage done. Going for the push here, the Pharah is once again back in that high ground position. And we know, of course, Bean close to his Meteor Strike. Looks like they may be aware of the team trying to put a flank on. At least Bean does. And at least you've got 3 members, now 4 going for the flank here. And Bean has noticed. Trying to move his way up to the high ground, but the Reaper's waiting for him. He's going to immediately initiate that Meteor Strike. Try to land on the Mercy here. Tries to land on the Pharah. Doesn't get it. There's a double barrage there from the Pharah. Ending up taking out the Ashe as well. Bean trying to stay alive as much as he can. Gets Lucio, but not before he dies very swiftly as well. Spartan throws the Bob in, so all hope isn't lost here. You don't have much else left on the point. And in fact, no more Lions are available to fight on defense. And the first point will be taken as the payload begins to move. A good defense. They held it until about 1 minute and 15 seconds. You know, it's a bit difficult. The flank they weren't really ready for. You had Reaper, Mercy, and Pharah on the high ground there. Really coming from all different positions, and it's very hard to call out targets when they're all spread out like that. We'll see the payload begin to move here. No changes on the comps except for Spartan going for the Widow here. See if he can hit some shots. Attacking side coming out. Bean gets that kill onto Chalky Milk. Good frag there to start out, but the res does come out, so the push continues. Trying to get the shot onto Anna there. Not able to get it, but Luminous was a nice headshot there onto Milk. Again, he goes down. Barry going down to low health as well. As we see the Nano Boost come out. Once again, Nano Boost not doing as much as they had hoped. Although Bean does go down to Zarya here. Both DPS down here for the Scarlet Lions. Of course, you would assume the attackers are going to push a little bit farther forward. Zarya down to low health, so this could be still in their hands. Barry just getting absolutely demolished there in the front line, not able to back up in time, and they're going to go for the full reset here. Try and get things under control. They have ults to work with. The opponent's trying to keep them in their spawn, though. You see Bean sneaking around over here towards the right side of the door as the payload draws near to the first checkpoint. Spartan goes down. That's an unfortunate loss there. They'll have to wait a little bit for the respawn. They will go for the res here, trying to push this one last time. Barry jumping out of the door, but the Graviton comes out, pretty much catching all the members of the Scarlet Lions by surprise. And they will take the first checkpoint without a fight there on the payload. The entire team goes down, and now it's going to be another full reset. Just over 3 minutes to play. They just got to push it one more length here. We see Chalky Milk standing up on the top. He does have that Death Blossom, so they're looking to take care of this fight before it even begins. Here comes the team, and you know they're just waiting for that opportune moment. And he does go down to Chalky Milk. He's able to get out of there just in time, teleporting back to the safety of his team. Zowie able there to res it, but 2 go down, so you're still down a man here, 6v5, as the tanks push forward here. Chalky Milk in the back, able to get that kill onto Barry, as they are really just everywhere. The tank line pushing forward. You have Soldier all the way on top with the Mercy, managing to get 2 with that double helix, and a melee onto Ana, and he is just rolling here. And it's going to be a flurry of kills coming in here from the enemy team, able to finally finish that one off with 2 minutes and 1 second on the clock to go. So the defense started off pretty strong, and then it sort of snowballed out of control there. Not able to do as much as they wanted there on defense. Losing at least 1 to 2 players before they could even get a fight going or coordinate any ultimates. Of course, it's not impossible for them to get a better time. They did hold the first point to about a minute. And we'll see what the response is here from the Scarlet Lions and how they plan on doing better than the attackers. Taking a look at the comps here, you have Any on his signature Hammond, Barry on the Reinhardt, Spartan going for a Pharah. We know Zowie can play Mercy and is more of her preferred healer, but it can be done. We saw her play a Mercy on that first point on defense. And Bean electing to go for the Hanzo. So a lot of range of damage characters here. Zowie is going to end up going back onto the Ana, and just as I say that, switches to Mercy, recognizing that the Pharah is there. And we'll see a pretty aggressive shield placement here, trying to put some damage, and I'm sure they'll back up. Trying to get some ult charge before they finally set up their true defense here. Bean gets that huge kill onto the Ashe, which begins the fight really well. You know Barry wants to push in after that. Of course, you got the Doomfist threatening in the back here. Does go down to Any. That's 2 DPS down. And just when I say that, Ashe gets rezzed here. Barry trying to push forward. The heals coming in here. Putting a lot of damage in. The shield going down to very low health here, but Canna's getting 2. That's 3 from Canna. And the triple from Ashe is just going to have to force the Lions to push all the way back into their spawn. So it looked like would have been a good opening here. Ends up crumbling in the end at the end of the day. Once again, the shields being aggressively placed here by the opponents. And we do see the Tracer from Chalky Milk instead of the Doomfist. Wondering how this will play out. It will be interesting. As now Bean knows that the Tracer is here. Blinks around, able to avoid an arrow to the face there. And he touches the point a little bit to draw the defense back onto the checkpoint. We know Bean has the Dragon Strike. Here it comes. Doing a lot of damage, splitting the team up there onto the point. Tracer caught in the back here. Is discorded. Nothing coming from that Dragon Strike though. No push. Trying to push here on the flank, but will be caught out here by Chalky Milk. Luminous goes down. Spartan is down as well. And now the rest of the team fleeing towards spawn. Really trying to clean up these last kills here. Barry and Zowie, the only ones left alive, as Zowie just sits here in the corner trying not to die. As they will finally back up and reset up their defenses. 2 minutes left to play here. We have Spartan on the McCree here. Trying to counter that Tracer pick. Huge headshot there onto Barrel, but the double pulse bomb from Chalky Milk takes out Luminous and 5th Bean. That's unfortunate as the push is probably going to halt here. Spartan will eventually get that headshot onto Chalky, stopping his reign of terror on the Tracer. After that double pulse bomb I should say. It pretty much stopped any hope of that push continuing. Shield getting very low. You do have the double shield from that Sigma Orisa, so you have to worry about both at the same time. Here comes the Shatter plus the Minefield combo. But the Bob coming out to counteract, the Transcendence coming out from Luminous. And he goes down, but the res is here. They managed to take out Bob. Bean getting the kill on the Lucio. That's a huge pick, but the Graphitic Flux coming in from the enemy team. Zowie goes down there with an unfortunate. Barry dies, but you have Spartan getting the kill with the assist on Luminous. Trades back and forth here. Luminous does get the kill onto Chalky Milk, so all is not lost here. It's a bit of a 2v2. Sigma and Baptiste versus Hanzo and Zenyatta here. Who will get the best of them? Hanzo going down to low health, but you do see the Mercy coming in here at the very end to try and support the team. Respawn's coming out from both sides here. They want to keep this going with 20 seconds left to play. Unfortunately, Loomis does go down here, but Bean getting the kill onto Lucio once more. Now you only have Baptiste here on the heels. The enemy team sort of sitting behind the boxes here, using natural cover when the shields are low. There's 2 coming from Canif as he comes in for the respawn. Red Barrel gets a kill onto Zowie. There's 4, or I should say 3 from Canif. Really doing a lot of work there on the DPS. Manages to take out any, and no more time left on the clock. They're now able to get back to the point. And Team 2 will win it. Scarlet Lions unfortunately take the loss here. Just not able to get any pushes together to get that first point.
Play of the game.
And we see some excellent DPS here from Canif. And Ash you don't usually see nowadays. Dynamite really doing work here as he's able to clean up that final fight and win it for his team.